YouTube, welcome back again for another video, and I'm back today. Today's Monday. It's not Monday, I'm sorry. It is May 1st. It's May Day, and it's Beltane. And I would have done this video earlier and uploaded it like right in the morning, but I couldn't. That sucks. I apologize for the noise outside. My roommates just got home. I don't know which one, but somebody just got home. So, just forgive me for that. And there's a lot of noise outside because it's like really, really, really nice and bright and sun, which is really nice because since today's Beltane and it's mid-spring, it fits perfectly. So to answer your question, what is Beltane? Beltane is an ancient Celtic festival that is celebrated on May 1st, which is May Day, May 1st. And it is the midpoint between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. So it's right in the middle of spring and summer. I call it mid-spring for my pagan tradition. That's just what I call it because that's what it is. It's in the middle of spring. The middle of spring is celebrated as life at the beginning of summer, even though it's not actually summer yet. It is when the earth, at least the northern hemisphere, is just starting to spring. Animals and plants are bursting with life. Life and fertility, sexuality, fertility, life on earth, and love is at its peak, which is why on May Day, it is known as the Witches' Valentine's Day. For this reason, many covens decide to hold weddings. Many do single weddings for like a few hours, and then they would have their families and personal friends go off to their own reception, where the ceremony is a religious ceremony. People would go to their coven, their church, their congregation, or the temple, and do their religious wedding ceremony there, just like anybody else would do if they have another religion and not the majority of people follow that religion, and people don't really they understand it, or they don't want to sit through the religious part or the aspect of it. They could sit through or have fun at the reception with the couple. Engagement parties are also a big common theme. You don't have to necessarily get married. It's perfect. It could just be a perfect time to go on a date, or simply just put the rock on the finger on the loved one, if you've been dating for quite a long time, of course. So what are some of the Beltane traditions? Alright, so initially, Beltane traditions, the sun god, which whatever you wish to call him, is born on March 20th. That is when he rises up. Scientifically, for modern witches, we interpret this as the sun not shining in the southern hemisphere, and now beginning to shine in the north. So what happens is that we celebrate the return of the sun, and basically on May Day, symbolically, he is a teenage boy who will, on summertime, become an adult, and then on Halloween, or on the fall, old age, Halloween, dies. Why Halloween? Why Halloween? Which is like 6 months away from now. So Halloween is on October 31st. So basically May 1st equals life, October 31st equals death. Right now, May Day in the southern hemisphere is actually the fall. It's technically Halloween. Not for everybody, only for witches. Witches get 2 Halloweens. Sorry guys. Since the term Beltane is Celtic and the word bell means fire bell, it's customary it's a fire festival, at least in the Celtic tradition. Remember, there are many other ancient pagan beliefs that also incorporate a spring and mid-spring festival, and they're important deities for those particular festivals at the moment. So keep that in mind and go with what best works for you. There are differences and similarities between Egyptian or Sumerian, Egyptian, Celtic, Norse, Aztec, other ones that also incorporate nature and seasonal deities and beliefs and traditions enter their lives and their rituals. As I said before, it's called the Witches' Thanksgiving, and it's also a time to get down and dirty. I mean, have fun, go out and have wild sex parties and wild orgies. Some covens do that. Not every coven, not everybody, not everyone. However, it is a time to be with your loved one, be with your significant other, and get that vibe going. So, other than that, there are other activities that you could do. There are also other family-oriented activities. Remember that when a child is born, usually parents instruct that child into their beliefs until that child is old enough to choose what they want to believe in. So, there are many stuff that are family oriented, such as Maypole dancing, which is like the most famous one. I wish I had a Maypole. I didn't get time to like make one or show you one, but I hope I could upload a picture here. I have time to edit and stuff, so I will try to do that. Anyways, there are things you could do. You could also make a Beltane floor crown. I've seen those with ladies that go around the Maypole and carry those crown on their head. It looks really, really pretty. It's also worn with a really nice white dress, usually tank top, because it's usually bright and sunny, and it looks nice and lovely, just summery. You could also make a Pyrrhic wand. Wands, I don't really use a wand in rituals or anything. I don't really see the point, really. They may have some magical properties to them, and they may work or they may not work. It doesn't really catch my mind. Aesthetically, it does. It looks nice, but I don't really see it as a magical tool. I may one of these days use it or try to work with it and try to research more on it. It is on May 1st, so the decor on the house on your house would be done a month before, or a few days before, or after the full moon. So, with that in mind, you could have mini stand-up maypoles around your house. Pentacles with maypole ribbons, a pentacle star with maypole ribbons, which is you put it right on your front door, just like any other holiday decorations. Heart decorations with lots of green around it, since it's not actually Valentine's Day, but it's also Valentine spring. The original spring, or the original Valentine. That's what Valentine, I'm pretty sure that's where Valentine's comes from. At least part of it, not all of it. Now, deities. What deities should you work with? It all depends on your belief and what your tradition is, and what culture, what tradition and what belief system you mostly like. For me, Sumerian is my belief system. I do dig around the culture a bit, not at the moment. I haven't been, but the religion part, it's I'm mostly interested in. So that is what my main focus is. You could also try to look at other religions that also, you could try to do seasonal religions, like in the winter time, more wintry, but also that are kind of connected, not necessarily related. Doesn't mean that they're related or that the people came over and like showed them this, but they're connected seasonally and symbolically to what that particular month or day is, and what that thing or whatever you're praying or asking for is. But for the question, what kind of deities would you use on May Day? I would use couple deities that are from that are couples, and that symbolic creation and the king of the gods. Basically, who is the sky father? Who is the main one, and who is the spouse? Who does that deity has to have a spouse? Most pagan gods around the world, they actually do have a spouse. Some of these spouses include Anu and Namu, Tyr and Sisa. Although for heathenry, Freyr and Freya, twin siblings, are mainly worshipped. Bear with me on this one. Tonacatli and Tonakasiwaddle, which are Aztec deities. I apologize for the mispronunciation. They're also known as Ometaquali and Ometaqual. And the first ones, Anu and Namu, were Sumerian. But these are some of the ones that you could use as the Sky Father and the Sky Mother, or the mother of practically humanity, the world, the universe, the Big Bang, anything. Remember, depending on what deity feels right for you, do your research and do what feels right for you. Believe in what feels right for you, not in what other people tell you, not in what people want to make you believe. This goes also to Christianity. People want to like always take you to church, ask you, do you go to church? Are you going to church this Easter? It's like, no, my Easter was like a month ago. I didn't tell them that. Like on 420, everybody was like, some people were like, so are you going to you should go to church. Here, let me invite you. Like, I'm not a Christian. Sorry. Like, you can't just go ask people. It's like me going to ask people, here, would you like to join my coven? No. So, yes, do what feels right for you. And, so, that said, also respect others if you want others to respect what you believe in. Also, check out Beltane music. If you want to, besides your rituals and stuff, you want to check out some music that you could put while you're in the mood, go ahead. I will post some. Just go on Spotify. They're all over the place. You could YouTube them right here on YouTube. I will post some in the links below on some really nice songs, and that wraps up my video for today. Hopefully when I have a better editing software system or a computer at the moment that I don't have to like struggle with editing on my phone, I promise that I will show you more. I could have done a ritual, I could have done an altar, I could have done more stuff, but I'm a little short of time and I can't really, I would have to push everything that I need for tonight. That is life. Sorry, it is not the weekend, it is the week. So, alright, so blessed be and have a wonderful day, and have a blessed Beltane.